Welcome to the children's program from Leaside United Church and Rosedale United Church in Toronto. Today, we're going to continue to listen to Mary's story and the joy she feels with the news that she will have a special baby, Jesus. We will also be lighting the third Advent candle, representing joy. You will need your Read, Wonder, Listen Bible if you have one, but if you don't, do not worry. We will do the story together. And also, if you made a paper Advent wreath a few weeks ago and would like to light it, this is the time to bring it out. For today's activity, you're going to need the following: a piece of paper, some tape or some glue, a pair of scissors, and an adult to help you, and different colors of construction paper. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the time to pause the video and get what you need. And if you're watching live, please take a moment and get the materials before we get started. Now, let's begin.
This is the third Sunday of Advent as we move towards Christmas. We began our journey by lighting the candles of hope and peace.
What does hope sound like this year?
Hope sounds like my favorite song. Please chant.
What does peace sound like this year?
Peace sounds like skis going down the hill.
We light the candles of hope and peace once again.
We remember that the Christmas story was full of surprises and good news. Sometimes worries, fears, and sadness can get in our way. We want to be happy or comfortable and forget that joy is something different.
We know Christmas is coming, and while there was fear and hard times in the story, joy in new life is there too. Today we continue our Advent time by lighting our third candle, the candle of joy. What does joy look like this year?
Joy looks like the sky on a clear winter day.
What does joy sound like this year?
Joy sounds like a child laughing.
What does joy feel like this year?
Joy feels like a hug.
We light the candle of joy.
Since today is about joy, I want to share with you something that brings me joy: snow globes. And if you imagine a snow globe right now in your hands, hold it. What's inside? Is it a little snowman? Maybe a Christmas tree? Maybe a teddy bear? Now I want you to give your snow globe a shake in your hands. Just shake your hands. Shake, 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 shake. Very good, very good. Next, that snow globe. Oh, it's right between your feet. We have to shake the snow globe between our feet. Shake, 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 shake. And finally, we're going to pretend that we're inside the snow globe and someone's shaking us and we're just shaking everywhere. Shake, shake, shake. And rest. Snow globes are a lot of work, but you did an excellent job.
Lines for Advent 3 are joy, hug, and song. Joy, open your palms and similar to the sign for happy. Joy. Joy. Hug. Just give yourself a hug. 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 And song, open your hand and just song on your arm. Song. Joy. Hug. Song.
Today, we are continuing last week's story. Last week, Mary received surprising news. She was going to have a baby. A special baby who she would name Jesus. Today, we hear about Mary and her cousin Elizabeth, who you might remember had also received surprising news that she was going to have a baby too. Then the messenger told Mary the good news about her cousin, Elizabeth. Although Mary was afraid, she chose to trust that God was doing something special through her. But she still needed comfort and help. So she went to see Elizabeth. Elizabeth welcomed Mary with a warm hug. As the women clung to each other, something wonderful happened. Elizabeth felt the baby inside her jump for joy. "He knows you," she said to Mary with a laugh. "You and the special baby you will have." Even inside his mother, still forming, still growing, John knew Jesus. The joy Mary felt burst into a song. "My heart leaps for joy because of God. I was cast down, but God has lifted me up. I was empty, but now I am full. God turns everything upside down. God pulls down the proud from their fancy thrones, but helps the poor and the needy to their feet. God humbles those who have too much, but fills the hungry with good things." Not long after, Elizabeth gave birth to a baby boy. All her neighbors came to celebrate. "What will you call him?" they asked. "You should name him Zechariah, after his father." But Zechariah shook his head. On a wax tablet he scratched the words, "His name is John." In that moment, Zechariah got his voice back. Like Mary, his joy bubbled up in a song. "Blessed be our God, who has come to be with us. God has kept those promises made so long ago, and you, my child, will be a prophet of God. You will go ahead and prepare the way for God. You will teach people about forgiveness and make them ready to welcome the light. The light is coming to shine on us, who sat in darkness and shadows, and to guide our feet in the way of peace." You can hear the joy in Mary's voice as she tells everyone the good news, especially to her cousin Elizabeth. How would you like to share news with your friends and family? Through a letter or a phone call? In person? In song? What are some of the ways you received messages from other people, and how do they make you feel? For today, we are going to make a Christmas tree on paper. I was looking around my home and realized I forgot to put up a Christmas tree. So we're going to do one together, and it's quite easy to do. We start with our construction paper. We are going to make a pot for the construction paper tree at the bottom here, and then we make a star up here, and we use strips of the colored paper to go along in a zigzag pattern up here to make the tree. So what color is the pot at the bottom going to be? I think it's going to be brown. I just like that idea. So, which color do we start with first? I'm going to start with the purple, I think. And we cut out strips of paper that are about a thumb's width and just cut along here. Again, it does not need to be perfect. You might want to get a parent to help you though. It's time for our handy-dandy assistant Couscous to join us. Hello, Couscous. Thank you for sitting on the paper I want to cut. So we're going to cut the orange paper that she's not sitting on, and just let her sit on the yellow paper. While I have you here, does Couscous need an opening theme song? I think she does, and I have no clue what it should sound like. Any ideas? Let me know what you think. You're not helping, Couscous. All right, all of our pieces have been cut and we're gonna put them in a tree together. And as we go up the tree, we're gonna tape and glue them down and get that zigzag pattern in there. Now what I like to do is take the piece of paper, put it over the one that's on top, and then I will cut this new piece of paper just a little bit shorter, right about maybe there. And in that way, they get smaller and smaller as we go up the tree. Let's go with the purple. While we're putting this together, let's talk about what brings us joy. I'm wondering, what brings you joy? Is it a really fun song that you hear sometimes on the radio? Makes you dance a little? Maybe it's when you come home from school and there's a snack that is delicious. Maybe if you are a cat, it's a piece of paper you want to chew up, like this one. There's lots of things that bring us joy in the world. And what I like to do sometimes is just make a list and either draw them or write them, all the things that bring me joy, so I don't forget them. And when I'm feeling sad, or I need a reminder of when I am feeling sad, of all the things that make me happy and give me joy, then I have a list ready to go. And of course, because it's Christmas, we also talk about giving joy to others. That's not just about getting things that give us joy, but it's also about sharing that with others, right? So I wonder, what can we do to share that joy with other people? If we really love dancing to a song that we hear, maybe we dance with someone that we know and share that joy with them. Or maybe if it's a snack that we love, we share that snack. Or if we know that something brings someone else joy, if they have a story they love to hear, then sharing that story with them, that'll bring them a lot of joy right now, right? All right, as you can see, we have put all of these little strips, gone zigzag, and we made all the strips a little bit shorter until we got to the top, and we have a nice zigzag multicolored Christmas tree. The final thing that every tree needs is a star. That's right. So we are going to just draw this star on. If you want, you can also cut out the star. Maybe if you have some extra yellow, you can cut a little yellow star to go at the very top. However, I like just drawing my star in. So I have a little yellow marker. And the final detail that we're going to put in is we're going to write joy on the bottom of the tree. We're just going to write joy in big letters, J-O-Y. Joy. And with that all done, I can put this on the fridge, I can put it in a window, I can hang it on the wall, I could put it on Couscous's cat house as a little decoration, a reminder of the joy that we are dealing with this week and all the fun that we have during the Christmas season. What do you think, Couscous? I think we have a winner. As we go, let us find ways to spread joy in our communities and remember that God is with us, now and always. We'll see you next week.